everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a fun Halloween project for you, and I need to make a fun Halloween intro for my Halloween projects. I'll have to look at doing that. But anyway, today we're going to play with the Tim Holtz Vignette divided drawer that came in the Halloween kit. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do is this little miniature bookcase that came in the kit. We're going to change the color and type of books that some of these are to make them more Halloween-like. So I just took some scraps of some Neenah 80-pound Solar White and just cut them out to fit around the three sides of the book. And then I'm trying out this new Cosmic Shimmer glue that came in the one of the kits I got recently. I'm not sure which one. And it seems to adhere good. The nozzle doesn't get clogged. It dries clear. It doesn't seem to dry as fast as the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. And so, which I really like that, but otherwise it seems to be a good glue. I like anything where the nozzle doesn't clog. So, last year I bought some Tim Holtz. I think this is through the Ideology line washi tape. Anyway, Tim Holtz washi tape. So with the little books covered in white, I can now cover them in the Halloween washi tape. The washi tape, is kind of transparent, so you could see the other book print stuff through them. So that's why I had to coat it in the white. So I'm just laying that on there, and then I'm just take my snips and I just trim them off, even with the sides. It's not like you're going to see like a whole lot of this, but so that I piece that together, you'll never see that. But you still give the illusion of it's a bookcase of Halloween books. So on this spine, I put just some narrow washi tape. On some of the other spines, I'm going to use some of the rub-ons and, rub-on letters. So here I'm going to do some of the rub-ons. And they do rub on real easy with the popsicle stick that you're given with it. So not a lot of rubbing. I think I over rubbed this, and you can kind of tell when it turns loose because it'll kind of turn almost like hazy looking, and that's just basically the liner's just turning loose from the paper, the inked words. So, excuse me for my nose, man. My allergies have been kicking my butt. I left a couple of the books all white and put some of the rub-ons on the whole books. And then I did leave some of the books, the original colors, because I like the graphic on the spine and I thought the colors fit in well with what I was doing. So I didn't cover 100% of all of the books. But it really didn't take me that long to do it at all. I was watching something on TV and it's just kind of mindless stuff to do. But anyway, I think in the end, my little bookcase turned out well. And adding all the extra paper, there wasn't room for all the books, which I thought was okay because I used one of the books on just laying flat on the bookshelf and propped a skull head on it. My camera battery did die, so I did lose some footage. Well, didn't actually lose it, just in tape. So, we will kind of skip ahead here a little bit in just a minute. But so here is the 3-drawer vignette box that came in the kit. And I'm just going to do some measurements here of each of the sections. And they'll actually measure again. But I decided to after I cut the first one, and I used the damask pattern paper that came in the kit to just put some black down. So if I didn't get it cut just right, then it was black. And then after that, I decided to go back and add some orange washi tape. And here you can see the stuff that I've already added to the vignette box. I took a couple of those roses out and put them in the little vials. And I used a combination of glue dots and that glue for putting the stuff in the little vignette box. I used the glue dots on the mirror. Here I'm just fussing with. I thought that's looked like a mummy bridal bouquet the way I wrapped it and stuff. So I'm just going to let this flow over the side of the box and stuff. And then next I'm going to play with these wooden spiders and the little web. In one of the kits came a little bottle of distress paint in black soot. And so I'm just taking a cheap brush. I have a set of cheap brushes. One time at Michael's, they were doing like a loss leader of a $5 Artist Loft brush set. I think there's like 12 brushes in the set. Like I said, they're cheap brushes, but for doing this kind of stuff, that's what I go for, is just the little cheap brushes, because I don't want to, mess up the bristles on any of my good ones. Anyway, so I just colored all the little spiders and webs. Not that I'm going to use them all on this. I'm not. So I'm going to set those aside and wait for them to dry a little bit. And we'll come back and play with those a little bit more. So here I'm just going to add some more of that mummy web stuff. And I fray it up real good to look like it's well-used mummy stuff. And like I said, that glue will dry clear. You won't see that. But it is a little tricky to work with because, it's wet, keeps coming off. But anyway, it worked. And I'm just going to spread this along underneath the little bookcase and kind of down the other side. So I just put some of the skulls and the bones and on each of the shelves. Oh, and I did use some of the rub-ons on the little glass vials too. That worked really good. I thought that was really cute. I put the skull and crossbones like it was like poison vials and stuff. Okay, so these are dry now, so I'm going to dot around this glue, and then I'm just going to spread it with my finger. And then I'm going to take that black glittery glitter that came in the kit and coat those really good. And then I will set those aside to dry. All in all, I think I probably spent about 40 minutes on this box. And I think at the end it turned out really cute. I've got it on my bookshelf in my living room. So here we go. Here's a look where I have attached the spider and the spider web, and I've got the mummy gauze on there. And I thought it was done, but then I saw the red candle. I was like, oh, I've got to put some red candle drips on this. So I light my candle, and then I turned it upside down, and my candle went out. So you got to kind of hold it to the side and not all the way upside down. And I started dripping. I did at one point drip onto my finger, and it hurt a little. It really wasn't that bad. So, don't be afraid. It won't burn you. It didn't blister or anything. But it was a little warm for a second or two. So just kind of dripping this stuff down, making sure it drips down the side. And then I'll put some drips inside each shelf too. And I think it just gave it a really cool kind of gruesome effect. Make sure and get some on the skulls. And then I came back and did a drip on the mirror. I thought that was really cool too. And then I put a drip on the spider so it maybe kind of looked like a black widow. So I thought that was kind of cool. So this was a fun little Halloween project. I liked it. Want to get started on some cards. My next thing will be those ghosts that were drinking wine, and so that's going to be my first Halloween card I do. All right, so here are some final looks at our little project. I hope you enjoyed this, and we will see you soon in the next video.